Badfinger, 95.5 KLOS, Southern California's best rock. The very first song Duff McKagan learned to play on drums. On drums.
So that's a random choice for me, yeah.
I mean...
But, you know, on coffee, looking at your iTunes list, you're apt to make some random choices.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're me.
So you said you had instruments laying around all over the house, and you were the youngest. Were other people musicians in your family? Or?
Indeed, yeah. I was the last musician in the family, being the youngest, of course. So yeah, my one of my brothers was in a band. They were really cool. He had a cool car. He was a good guy. So and he played bass. He played bass left-handed. And I played left-handed originally.
Even though you're right-handed, just
I had to learn. I write left-handed.
Interesting. So you're ambidextrous.
So yeah. So when he still lived at the house, I played left-handed, and then he moved out and took his guitar. So
it changes everything.
It does, but it was a really great environment musically to grow up in. There was music being played through our family stereo all the time. There's records, everything from the Sonics, which is this Northwest garage rock band that influenced the Stooges and then the Seattle scene later on. But Hendrix, you know, all this Seattle connection thing, and when Heart came out, that was a really amazing thing that they went national. It was the first kind of Seattle band that went national like that. And they're still killer. I don't know if you've seen them lately. They're maybe better than ever.
Did you see them do the Zeppelin tribute?
I did.
Oh my God! When you make Robert Plant cry.
Yeah.
That's something to be said, you know.
I saw them like 2 weeks ago at the Showbox in Seattle, and they just blow my mind.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You think just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we talked about your first song that you learned to play. Let's talk about the first 45 that you bought and why.
So, okay, back, kids, here's a history lesson. In the 70s, AM radio played music, and that's where we listened to, I guess, pop music. I don't know if it was called pop at that point, but it was just AM. And so I was in the 4th grade, and I heard the song by this guy named Elton John and Benny and the Jets. And for some reason, it captured my imagination. And funny thing is, when I turned 30, I started doing martial arts, and my sensei is kind of corny, but he's Benny the Jet. And he's been he's a famous...
it's like a full circle thing.
Yeah, he's a famous martial artist, so yeah, Benny and the Jets.
Well, there's also another full circle thing I was reading. I think you were playing a Queen tribute or something. I think it was at Wembley, and this was when you were not at your finest, and I guess Elton
I don't remember this.
Let me tell you what happened.
Okay, go ahead.
So Elton pretty much had to like prop you up, which I was like, wow, that's kind of a full circle thing. If you could,
you would think you would remember.
You would hope, but yeah, no. I mean, it would be surreal if you. Anyway, on that note, let's do some Benny and the Jets. 95.5 KLOS.